Hello everyone, this is Matt from Real World Review, and today we're going to be unboxing the Sony FX3. Yes, I got this 1 month before the FX3a was released, and that's because Sony waited for me to buy this camera so then you guys can get the better camera. Enjoy. All jokes aside, let's clean up this table and let's look at this box. So there's a huge warning about, not swallowing batteries. There's also a non-replaceable coin battery, which is funny because they tell you what type of battery it is, but they also say it's non-replaceable, even though it is replaceable. That's okay, whatever. Then on the side, you see a silhouette of the camera with the XLR on the top. And then on the front back, depending on how you look at that, it says Sony E-mount 35mm full frame and tells you information about the camera, which ironically says that it's made in Thailand, which I guess that's why they didn't get hit by the tariffs. Then on the other side, you get a side profile of the FX3 with the XLR on the top. And yeah, you don't really care about the box. Let's open up this box. Let's pull this little tab and lift it up. And there's this little gate area, I don't know what you want to call it. Now let's open it up and you can see the USB-A to USB-C cable, some documents and paperwork and catalyst browse, all that good stuff, doubling my warranty, which I might actually have to do. I totally forgot that that exists. And this little fold piece actually has a bunch of writing on it, but let's skip over that and let's see what else is in here. So we'll lift this piece up. Sorry for the shaking, but this piece is going to be the battery charger, which is very interesting that it has a 2-prong plug. I don't really see that often, but I don't know, maybe that's a very common thing on these batteries. I like these paper bags, or paper feeling bags I should say, but let's put that back in there after we look under here and see there's the cable. So I'll put the cable back in, put that charger back in. This piece I honestly don't know. I believe it's like a cold shoe for something, maybe for the XLR mount. I never really figured out what that does. Under that little mount thing or whatever it is actually where the battery is. I don't know why I had so much trouble lifting this up, but yeah, here's the Sony FZ100 battery that's inside of here. And then on the bottom portion right here is where that XLR mount is, which unfortunately is going to go back into the little cover because I'm probably never going to use this. Maybe I will. Maybe I would hope that I would eventually get to the point where I need to use something like this, but honestly, I don't think that I will, because I don't like managing audio on a handle or, on a receiver like this. It has XLR plugs. I have that on my Blackmagic cinema cameras and I never use those. I personally like using a microphone for voiceovers like I'm doing right now, or using the DJI mics for smaller things because they can record directly onto the actual recorder and they don't need anything separate, and they last a decent amount of time off the charger. So yeah, this is probably never gonna be used by me. Anyways, in the middle is where finally we get to the camera, and this is a big boy. Not as big as the FX6 or the FX9 especially, but for a camera like this, it's a very thick camera because of that fan. But let's put that over to the side and assemble this box back again. I forgot that little XLR mount or whatever it is. But yeah, here's the camera, and look at that 35mm full frame sensor that is sunken in, and I think it has a filter on top of it. And this is actually what I like, this little trigger that has the zooming, I guess for wide and telephoto. You don't really see that too much on any camera, honestly. We got the fold out screen right here. We're gonna flip it back in. Here's all the mounts for HDMI, the microphones and headphones, and the USB-C and micro USB multi-port, which it's a micro USB. That's what it is. It's USB 2.0. So just call it a micro USB. Then on the side is where the slots are. It's CF Express A and SD card slot. And no, you can't put 2 in one. You can only put 1 in each, which I kind of wish you could do both, but it kind of makes sense why you can't. Then on the bottom, that's where we put the battery in. So let's put the awkwardly backwards feeling battery back in. And then we can open it up and see that the battery is dead. Yep, the battery's dead, and I didn't really understand how any of this worked. So I'm just gonna put this down. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my 85mm f1.8 Zeiss Baddest lens, slap it on here, try and toggle the power again. Still realize that this battery is completely drained. I don't know how long this camera's been sitting, but yeah, we'll put this little mount back on here. And yes, I did end up putting a skin on my FX3 to kind of match this, even though the normal lens that I use doesn't have that skin. Either way, that's my unboxing experience with the Sony FX3. What do you think about this camera? Do you think I wasted my money? I did get it with a bunch of gift cards, so I technically didn't waste my money. But either way, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you for watching. But actually, before we end this video, what I'm going to do is what I recommend everyone does is clean up the screen and grab a screen protector and apply a screen protector onto here. Now I'm just gonna fast forward because I'm not actually teaching how to do it, but this is how I do the cleaning process to put the screen protector on. And yes, the screen still folds in. It's not like the Canon R7 where it has like a little bump in it because the tolerance for the screen is very perfect. This one has a higher tolerance, but either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Definitely protect that screen. Let me know what you think about the Sony FX3. And as always, thanks for being a part of the 1%. And thanks for watching.